Singapore is the world's top transshipment hub, handling almost 1/7 of the world's transshipment containers. But there's stiff competition from ports in Europe and South Korea.
So the industry believes that digitalization is necessary to help operations get more efficient. And this is seen as key in the battle to stay ahead. One company is trying to do its part by being the middleman in supply chain management. HAULIO helps match freight service providers with container transport operators depending on their needs.
Here to tell us more is Alvin co-founder and CEO of HAULIO. Alvin, thanks for coming in. Welcome to the studio.
Hey guys.
Firstly, it sounds like the sharing economy for port operations. Why did this make sense for you?
When we started out HAULIO about a year ago, the concept was to bring the efficiency to the adjacent space that is out of the port. I mean, a lot of us, when we see the trucks on the roads, container trucks on the roads, you see them just up and down on the highway, but they are actually an important space adjacent to the port. The efficiency of the port actually relies a lot on the adjacent space, which is the container truckers today. And what we are trying to do over here is to actually digitalize the entire process of container trucking. The nature of it is such that the business, the port started out back in the 1950s. Singapore has always been known as a world-class port. We are. And I think many thanks to Port of Singapore for doing such a fantastic job. But the matter of fact is that the space that's outside of the port, the adjacent space just right beside it, the container trucks, a lot of them have been in the business since the 1980s, since we started out. But with the rapid rise in technology, with technological advancements in this, a lot of them are actually not being able to catch up with time. So it's necessary for them to be able to bring in some sort of technology such that it's able to make the whole entire space more efficient. Because if you think about it, the port is efficient, but the adjacent space outside of it. So HAULIO is focusing on the container movements from the port to the warehouse and to the depots, vice versa.
Right, so you mentioned there that it's the containers services that can't catch up with technology. What is the feedback that you've gotten from these companies, and what's their profile? Are they keen to sort of join in this technological bandwagon?
I think one of the key things being in this space is that a lot of things that you see around in Singapore, especially being a country that is short of resources, natural resources, a lot of the stuff that we see all around the country is actually moved either by our air freight or by sea freight. And 90% of the movement in trade in the world is actually by sea freight. And containerization is actually an important part of trade movements. And the thing is that for this, a lot of these truckers, there's about 230 container trucking companies in Singapore. A large part of them actually is a long tail. It's a long tail of companies who are actually a small size of 5 to 10 trucks. And the nature of the business is such that they actually require some sort of economies of scale in order to bring efficiency to the market. So with HAULIO, we're actually trying to bring using our technology to breathe a fresh air to the industry, such that we can actually help these container truckers share resources through a single platform.
So this resource sharing solution is also is very much in line with many of Singapore's initiatives as well. We've seen in the sharing economy from office space to cars. So collaborative economy, that's really what we're talking about here, isn't it?
I think the beauty of this is that collaboration is already ongoing offline today. With the incumbent truckers in the space today, they actually have been doing things the same old way, back in the 90s till today. It's like fax machines and printers, emails and stuff like that through phone calls. And we feel that the digitalization of the economy, especially for Singapore, there's some catching up to do. And a lot of times, these container truckers, they actually would like to, upgrade themselves. I mean, who wouldn't? But the matter of fact is that they actually do not know exactly how to do that. And through this collaborative measure, we hope that on a single channel or through HAULIO, we can actually help to bridge this information mismatch within the economy, within the entire ecosystem. So we feel that we want to breathe in a new fresh air into the market to look at things from a different perspective. So I think one of the profile, we are actually one of the startups that was incubated by PSA Unboxed, which is the corporate venture arm of PSA International. They have been actually very instrumental to our growth today. We have actually now about 130 over users on our companies on our platform, from the supply pool and the demand pool. And we're actually trying to get them to share their resources through our single platform.
All right, well, wish you all the best of luck with that. Thank you very much, Alvin, for coming in and speak to us. Alvin E, co-founder and CEO of HAULIO. We've still got plenty more coming up here on Singapore Tonight, so do stay with us.